Agomba had signed a treaty with Ashanti to produce 1,000 slaves annually to the Ashanti state.
Every place on earth has a story. Some are written in books, others are remembered in the hearts of the people. Today, I am in Sandema, in Ghana's Upper East region. I didn't come here just to watch a festival. I came to experience a memory of resistance, survival, and freedom.
And today is our grandparents' celebration today.
Okay.
That's why we continue to celebration.
What salvation?
We use this one to conquer Babatu and Samori.
This is the Feok Festival, also known as the Feok. To outsiders, it looks like celebration, but to the Builsa people, this is history reading.
What happened was that by the late 17th century to the 20th century, the North came seriously under slavery and slave trade. And so before the 17th century, the coastal dwellers had become so used to it that some even turned into merchants. So you can mention the likes of Kuntum Langston from Anomabo. And so attention came to the North. And it came to the North not because the Northerner was physically strong, but because he was a theocentric person. Because if you take the entire upper regions, referring to the Upper East and the Upper West and part of Northeast region, we didn't come with chieftaincy. So what it means is that we came with clan heads. And so we settled so sparsely based on our clans. And because of the sparse nature of our settlement, and of course, there were some instances of feud among some of these clans. And so slave raiders will actually capitalize on this lacuna. But what really aggravated it was the fact that Agomba had signed a treaty with Ashanti to produce 1,000 slaves annually to the Ashanti state, which the literatures have. You can Google and get this one for yourself. And so, Agomba, in attempt to make these 1,000 slaves, would have to employ bandits like Babatu. And of course, Samori will join him later. And so, they begin to attack this theocentric class because they are smaller units of settlement. And so, one of the instances, they attacked the Builsa people. And so, the Builsa defeated them. And how did they defeat them? They actually the warriors decoy themselves into animals, wearing horns and carrying animal skins along, and then inform divisions, about 3 divisions, such that these raiders walk into the Builsa warriors without even knowing that they had come that closer, because the Builsa didn't use gun, and so they needed a closer range fight. And so the people came closer and they started cudgeling them down and also piercing them with bows and arrows. And so that was how Babatu was defeated, specifically at a place called Fisa. Fisa is now the host of the shrine called Azaksuk. And the current chief of Sandema is equally called Azaksuk because he was made after that shrine. So he's called Azaksuk Azantino. He's the current chief of Sandema. And so basically, they will now need to celebrate this victory annually to mimic the bravery, the valor, and the ancestral wisdom of their ancestors for this present generation and generations to follow. So basically, that is the story around the Feok Festival of the Builsa people.
Wow.
More than a century ago, this land faced one of its darkest threats: slave raiders, led by Babatu and Samori, moved across communities, capturing lives, breaking families, erasing futures. But Sandema and the people of Builsa did not surrender.
Warrior.
War dance.
War dance.
War dance.
Yeah,
Builsa Feok Festival.
What do you like about the festival?
The festival.
Yes.
They want to vote for this. With the worship on a 4 for this.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Goodluck Kali.
Okay. So, tell me what you know about this festival.
This festival was by our fathers. Our our forefathers. So now we want to take their place and we want to.
Okay. So you feel proud, like, about the festival?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because the dressing is nice and the way we move.
Okay. The dressing and the way you move. Okay. Show me. Okay.
The Builsa ancestors chose resistance over fear, and with courage, unity, and deep knowledge of their land, they stood their ground. This festival remembers the day the hunters became defenders, the farmers became warriors, and the enslaved chose freedom.
Our grandparents refused.
Okay.
Say we won't go to any
Go
place.
to any place.
We are men.
We are men.
Yeah.
So you fought and killed them.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you holding? Tell me about your tools.
Our teeth,
Yes.
because of this one,
This one is the.
we used to. And this one too, like our gun.
Okay.
There's the
The bow and arrow.
yes, bow and arrow.
Okay.
We use this one as well to
But why do you have the horn on the hat?
and if we wear these things,
Mhm.
they will see your animals. So before they rise, you catch them.
Every movement you see today is symbolic, not to glorify war, but to honor the strength it took to say, "We will not be taken."
What is different about Feok Festival compared to the Damba Festival?
So I see the Feok Festival well organized and gives the room for people on the fence to view, to see, to experience the whole thing. The Damba Festival is more like, everywhere is choked. You understand? You want to view, you can't. You just have to be in the struggle to be able to see one thing. That's the difference I see with.
This dance is not entertainment, it is a language. Each stamp echoes the ground their ancestors defended. Each shout carries the voices of those who refuse to disappear. For the elders, this is remembrance. For the youth, This is inheritance, and for me, this is a lesson. The victory wasn't just physical, it was cultural, spiritual, and permanent. Because freedom is not just surviving the past, it's making sure it's never forgotten. This is why the Feok Festival still exists, not to reopen wounds, but to protect identity. Standing here today, I realize something powerful. History doesn't always live in museums. Sometimes it dances, sometimes it sings, sometimes it waits for you to arrive. The Feok Festival is not about the past alone. It is about what happens when people choose dignity over fear. From Sandema, this is a story of resistance, a story of freedom, a story the world deserves to hear.